The passage of the Citizenship Amendment Bill evoked strong reactions, debates, protests, and even violence in some places. And just as things were limping back to normal in the first week of January, we saw Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi erupt in violence once again. Strong clashes we saw on the campus. To talk about all that, whatever has happened in the last 1 month, we have with us Mr. Sunil Ambekar, who is a senior RSS leader and who has been very closely associated with the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, which is the student wing of the RSS. Sunil ji, first question, what we saw in JNU, violence, masked men, women entering the campus, and there have been very clear allegations leveled against that this was instigated by the ABVP and those students were from ABVP.
See, first thing we have to go back that in long tenure of left dominance in JNU and some other campuses, continuously they have created the violence, they have created the clashes and derailment of the university administration, academics, and etc. etc. So you can recall in 2016 9 February, the men and women in some mask, they also came in JNU on the invitation of left people, and they chanted or they said the Bharat ke virod, Bharat tere tukde honge, and etc. such type of things. In this incident also, what was the problem? Problem was that students were not following the dictates of the left and they were keen to take the admission for the next semester. On the day one, first 1100 more than 1100 students registered themselves. It is a regular procedure. So out of that frustration, they blocked it, they beaten the students, they have thrown out all the employees or officers from the online server room, and so on the way they continuously attacked, and then they attacked those students also. Then finally they broke down the servers and they broke down the cables and etc. And ABP Karyakartas and general students were beaten. Huge violence.
But that doesn't justify, students coming from outside the
world. Who don't know now? Nobody knows that who student there. It is to inquire for the administration, police administration. So the violence was, the victim was ABP Karyakartas. They may have called the people from outside. Generally they call every time.
Who do you say?
Left people. They'd call every time.
Are you saying that those students who came inside, those mask students of
I don't know who were behind the mask.
Okay.
I don't know who were the.
So you're saying that they have got nothing to do with ABP?
What I'm saying, I don't know who were behind the mask, but it is a regular tradition of the left to put the mask. They were in mask while attacking the cyber room or server room. They were in mask on 9 February 2016, and they were in mask while beating the students. So they have the tradition of like this. So I don't know, because I am not an expert of that. If anybody comes in the inquiry, everybody should be ready for the whatever the legal procedure. But main area is who is continuously doing the violence there, who is continuously derailing the administration.
I was reading some of your interviews earlier last year when you talked about a cabal, controlling a group controlling these universities, and you said that you asked this question: why is it that in only social sciences that these issues happen, not in technological institutes? There was an interview with the Times of India I read last year. So what exactly do you intended to say?
No, I am not saying like that. See, in our country there are about 1,000, I think more than 950 universities and about 40,000 colleges. So this picture doesn't represent the student community at all.
JNU.
It is not a representative picture. So, but here, especially In 35 years in Bengal, they have turned it in a backward state. Then see the character of left. I will explain you. In Kerala, they don't bother anybody to have a decent voice. How, and they go on to the extent of killing the Karyakartas. Even on the CA issue, the Abvp organized a seminar in a college, and how they thrashed the Karyakartas, you can see the videos on the YouTube available. Then how SFI has done in the Vishwabharati now, few days back. Just it was a seminar, they gherawed it for so many hours.
Do you think that there should be an open dialogue? You can have an political and ideological adversary, but still things can be settled through dialogue. Do you think that that's the one of
Always there can be a dialogue process, and always, and I say yes, ki left people, you should come forward. ABVP is always ready, and government and university admission to call everybody. Yes, there should be a dialogue. Everything can be settled under the dialogue.
One thing
we have done this in so many institutes.
In this case, the role of the vice chancellor has also come under scrutiny. Even some old time, people who have been associated with the RSS, like Dr. Joshi, have questioned whether he should continue in office. Do you think that he should be held accountable for this? What has happened, or he should actually own more accountability for not being able to handle the situation?
Everybody should understand that, and everybody should also advise the left people and their top leaders that let us be a part of democracy. Don't go in a different way. In a constitution, the larger provisions are given, and yes, there can be discussed anything. So let them come forward in a democratic way. Then it is possible, very much possible, and I am fully ready. And if whatever I can do, I will also do. That there should be a dialogue, common dialogue, and let us resolve the issues. Yes, definitely, because that will help the university, community, and nation at large.
One thing, recently this controversy happened that Deepika Padukone went there. There was a protest. I mean, I'm not talking about from a partisan point of view, but if you look at it across, spectrum, from this side and that side also, there is this, call for boycotting an artist.
I am not support of that. I am not in support of that, because see, definitely she has a freedom to where to go and what to say and what to join. She has a freedom, definitely. But I will just appeal to anybody, and she is not representing the whole celebrity section of Bollywood, because there are a lot of people. Only she has come, in a way. Only she has come. No other has come. But another thing is, definitely we should not make it such a large, and we should not deviate from the focus of the issue. So okay, she has come, but definitely all celebrities should always think that where we have to stand. If we don't know the whole issue, then we should not take a stand.
A couple of questions on CA and NRC, since this incident was preceded by that. We saw RSS holding large scale, talks with people in the aftermath of the Ayodhya thing, and it had its impact on the ground when the ruling came. There was no protest anywhere as it was being apprehended. In this particular issue of CA and RC, do you think that probably the sort of communication which should have happened was missing, and probably which is why we saw a very spontaneous protest?
I don't think there is a spontaneous protest in this also. Of course, definitely, if some people are on the road, then we should have more communication. Definitely, in democracy, if we have more and more communication, then there will be consensus on the issue. But in case of CAA, I think there is very less oppose for CAA. On NRC, people deliberately they are creating the confusion. So by using your media, I will say that it will be, I think NRC is very common, and in what format it should be, it can be discussed. Now it is still open. No other person is going to decide. It's a sovereign. We have to decide. The country is to decide how our national registration will be. And I think the same issues were raised while it came to Aadhaar card or other cards also. So I think it will be the same way. It will go NRC also.
But identity is one issue which wrangles a lot of people. Some people who might have migrated 150 years back within the same country. It seems to have evoked strong reaction from the section. Assam has been a different case, because of the CA and the CAB and the history behind it, obviously. Do you think that?
So I think government will take some time and let it be not a final verdict on NRC. Let it come with proposals. Then people will react on the specific proposal. Then government should reconsider all the proposals and suggestions. And on that basis, then we can come with a consensus. So it is to integrate the country. It is not to disintegrate. So I think, I think from government side also they have clarified so many times. Even I think PM also has clarified on this, that yes, it will be open for the people to give the suggestions and amendments in the processes. Everybody should not see the problematic process adopted for NRC in Assam. Even Abvp demanded that there should be 100% verification, not 50%, 20% or this person or that. 100% verification of the NRC conducted in the Assam. So I think NRC process adopted in the Assam is not ideal. It has lot of lacunas. So we have to come out with the new process of and modern reformed process of NRC. And I think government is open for that, as so many times they have explained it like that. So I think, but some here some people deliberately want to use the situations. So definitely they have also used it. So I think that should be clear. Then it will be clear. It is a matter of time only.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.